Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching today. So this build is obviously going to be a Scandinavian inspired cabin, a cabin in the woods, but it's not scary. So anyway, I built it in, what's the name of the place? The vacation world, the holiday world, what's it called? Granite Falls, Granite Falls. Okay, so we got there. I built it in Granite Falls because I really wanted it to have that the surroundings, like all the trees and that kind of Scandinavian feel in the what am I trying to say, in the landscaping, so all the fir trees and kind of that kind of stuff. So I wanted it to also be perfect for winter. Obviously we've got seasons recently, and I built this about a month ago, so we were still really in that season's hype, and I really wanted a cabin that you could just go away for, like with your Sims for Christmas maybe, or Winterfest, and you could have the snow outside and the really nice big windows to look out, but you'll be really cozy inside, and there's like going to be a Christmas tree and everything, so you can celebrate away like on holiday. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the roof here, because I wanted it, well, I was trying to use the roofing to make a window, with like a seamless window, if that makes sense. And I know other people have done it, like other people or the builders on gallery and stuff have done it, and I will figure out a build where it's suited, but this one didn't really, I don't know, I wanted it to be very simple and clean, and very clean, you know, clean lines, and it was just a little bit too fussy for this build, so I decided to take that away, and you'll see in the end it's still beautiful. So yeah, I really like doing this thing at the front that I've just done here, like the triangular front where the front door is. If you take in all the eaves of the roof except the front, and then you can add a wall, like one wall, how do I say this? So you add a wall out, and then it kind of, it becomes flush with the roof, and then it just looks like kind of an inset. There we go. And the only thing I wish is that we could paint the ceilings, obviously, or the roofing underneath. But I don't know, I'm still happy with it. And when you make all the roofing black and then the sides as well, it just looks really seamless. I really like it. So yeah, so I'm just using a lot of timber on the outside and this kind of slatey looking roofing, and then I think I used some white just to break it up a bit here. Yeah. So yeah, I went with a really simple minimal kind of scheme in and out of the build, so it's definitely really heavily Scandinavian inspired, obviously. And I really like doing Scandinavian style builds and interior decorating as well. Like, it's so fun in The Sims. There's so many items now that work, especially with seasons. There's a lot of items that in the lighter swatches that you'll see me use, they really work so well. So yeah, let me know if you would like to see any more Scandinavian builds, or interiors, whether it's an apartment or a house or anything, because I will not hesitate to film something else. So I just don't want to feel like I'm putting too much of the same theme out. So yeah, let me know if you do want to see more of that, and I will definitely get on it. So yeah, you can see the outside has taken shape now. Again, it's really simple, and it's quite an open plan inside as well. And it's gonna have, well, I'm gonna do something with the floorboards at the end, or nearer the end, I think, where the floorboards kind of seamlessly transition from the floor straight to the wall, so it kind of looks very open and a lot bigger than it probably is inside, because it's only like a 2-bedroom, I think, in the end. But yeah, it just opens it up, and anything I could do to make it lighter and brighter and look bigger than it is, I did it, because I think that's a big aspect of Scandinavian living, is getting that cozy, I think it's called hygge feel. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. My friend Sim Design will probably correct me. So yeah, but yeah, I wanted that cozy feeling, but with making the most of the space you have. So here you can see I've skipped ahead, and the reason is I'd kind of started furnishing, and then I wasn't happy with it, and I do end up scrapping all of this that you see now and redoing it, and I really like how it turned out the second time a lot more. And sometimes you have to go through those like creative blocks to get to the good thing on the other side. So yeah, I think this is where I'm going to do the flooring. I'm not sure. But we end up creating a really nice little inset media corner here where you can see there's some the fireplaces and that kind of thing. I'm going to keep that same theme, but just going to do it a bit better. And the kitchen as well. I ended up loving the kitchen, and I'm just using these base game boring old counters, and I love them. And it really got me back into using them again because it just works so well with all the black appliances and the timber walls and that kind of thing. So it really looks nice. But yeah, tell me what you think. Would you like some more base game focused builds? Because I know that a lot of people do prefer those kind of builds from other YouTubers, just because obviously not everyone can get all of the packs, and I completely appreciate that. So if some of you, like if any of you want to see more base game builds or base game and one pack or something builds, then just let me know, and let me know which packs, just because I'm not sure. Do people have seasons, everybody yet? I don't know. Are people waiting to get it maybe for Christmas? I don't know. But if you are, let me know if you're excited. And obviously you can make up your mind at that point if it's worth getting for you. So I'm sure by now you've seen all of the features of the pack, which personally I think it's amazing. But anyway, I feel like I'm blabbing on about nothing. Here I'm creating like a wall of loads of black framed wall art, and I'm just trying to make them look like they are meant to be together, because there's all sorts here. There's base game, there's some cats and dogs, there's some debug bird feather things that you put on the wall, they become frames, and I like them. And I tried to kind of make them all look like they're coordinating. I would like some more modern wall art, I think, and maybe framed as well, because we have some canvas stuff, but I want some more that are framed. And there's just something about the really sharp black lines against the timber that just makes it so, I don't know, it just looks so good. And here I'm making my fluffy rug that I've made before. No, not fluffy, but like the fringe. So I use rugs underneath that rug and then lift it up on top of it, and it looks like a little fringe coming up the edges. Yeah, just the details. I wanted it to be cozy and fluffy and warm. I probably wouldn't go here like on a holiday. In obviously my Sims would go here as in summer. I think it's more of a winter cabin. But yeah, I like it. I like the idea. And I think I put a hot tub outside as well, which is something I want to do in real life, is go somewhere really snowy. And I'm not talking England snowy, I'm talking like Canada snowy, and sit outside in a hot tub and just have the warm and the cold at the same time, you know. I just think it would be so cool, and yeah, I really want to do that one day, probably in a log cabin like this, I don't know. So yeah, I'm using some of the seasons items. You can see like the door, what is it called? It's where you put your coat when you come in. It's kind of like I don't know what it's called, I forgot the name. Yeah, that's really cute. It's got some really nice textured clothes hanging from it, and it's just these little details like the knitted textures. I just love them, and I want to see more of that. Like the cushions that we got on the season sofas are amazing. I want more cushions on sofas. So yeah, and here I'm just sort of making some more interest on the back wall by instead of putting just all cabinets, I put some shelves, and that means I had to put some clutter on them, and I just tried to stick to black and white items strictly, just so that I kept that minimal kind of look and quite a neat and tidy look. Because obviously if you are going to a vacation house or a holiday home, it's not going to have personal items in it. It's going to be quite plain and generic, because obviously you're going to get different people there. So I try to keep it like that, but still have all the essentials and still look quite warm and inviting. So yeah, I hope I achieve that. I don't know. Yeah, here I use shelves instead of the cabinets that I had before, and I think it just looks a bit less harsh on the wall. And I just love the coffee table. Instead of one, I just put these 3 little bowling stuff ones. Obviously they're quite mid-century modern looking, but I think with in certain swatches it really works as a Scandinavian looking piece as well. Just really simple designs and quite geometric as well. Like that's quite a theme that I notice in Scandinavian design, obviously. So yeah, I tried to incorporate that throughout as well. And honestly, the living room looks so cozy. I want to go here in real life. I think it would be so nice. There's only a little bathroom in there, but it's got everything you need. And I ended up making it a 2-bedroom because I realized I do a lot of builds that are just 1 bedroom, and they have like a massive dining table and a real spacious living area, but then there's only maximum like 2 Sims that live there, so it's a bit of a waste. Whereas realistically, a lot of us do play families in The Sims, right? Like we raise the little children and stuff, and we have all these toys everywhere and stuff. So I wanted to have a bit more realism, and it's for it to be like a family friendly cabin. So I did add a child's room which has 2 single beds, so you could potentially have 4 Sims here, maybe 5 if one sleeps on the sofa. I don't know if you want to do that to your Sim, but it's also the perfect place to bring like a pet. So if you've got dogs or even cats, I guess, I don't know, I mean, I'm probably that person that would take a cat on holiday, but I haven't yet. But yeah, it's the kind of got all the outdoor space. Obviously, you can camp. Actually, yeah, you could add tents outside, and then your kids could sleep out there too, if you don't mind them freezing to death. But yeah, they've got a room here. So I went with a really simple Scandinavian design in here. We've got some geometric patterns on the rugs, but the rest of it's pretty plain. And I made these really cool overhead lights, just so that there's less clutter on the table. And I just literally put these 2 lights together, and just the black and white complement each other really well and look really striking but really simple. I really like that. So I just put a few toys in here. Again, nothing too personal, just so that it looks quite empty and holiday home-ish. And yeah, it was just really fun. I just love this design so much, and we do have enough items now that we can do all sorts of rooms, so we can do kids rooms and stuff with still quite a neutral color scheme. And I've done a neutral nursery in the past as well, which a lot of you seem to like on the gallery, so I got a lot of downloads, because I think a lot of baby rooms and kids rooms can be really colorful, which I love, but at the same time it's nice when you can try and change it up and give a bit of a theme, like a neutral theme, and I think it still looks really fun and playful for the kids. So anyway, I don't know if I'm thinking about it too much. I probably am, but yeah. And yeah, I'm going to put some more glitter on these shelves as well, I think, and you'll see it all in the screenshots as always. I always say that, but the master bedroom, or the adult bedroom, is so nice. It's the bed sort of faces the 2 large windows, so when you wake up in the morning, maybe it's snowing and you see the first snow or something, and you've just got that view, and it's so nice. And yeah, I imagine it'd be really quiet as well. You're kind of in the middle of nowhere here, but I need to experiment more with the Granite Falls weather, because I don't know if you do go in a tent outside, do you freeze if it's snowing? Like, would that be right? I mean, I guess that would be realistic. That would be so bad. But yeah, and here I'm using the Seasons bathroom stuff. I really like the shower. It's so nice. It's very what's the word? It's very sort of high class, luxury looking. I like it. And I like all the slate as well. The texture is really nice as well on most of the items. So I like that. This mirror is too high though. The new mirror they gave us with that pack, just a little bit too high. I have to remove the wall to use it and put it lower, because it really annoys me. But yeah. So the bathroom is just, yeah, simple, standard bathroom. Sometimes I don't put them in, but in this case, there wasn't much else in the build. There was just this one floor, so I just thought I may as well. And then I went with these geometric sort of paintings in the master bedroom with have a bit of colour in them, but as long as you don't go over the top with the colour, I think you still stay true to the Scandinavian style. Like, it just looks very everything just kind of blends together really well, and nothing's too harsh or too, it's just very zen and very just relaxing, I guess. Like, nothing's too harsh to the eyes or anything. So, oh yeah, here's the hot tub. I thought I did put one. But the rest of the outside is pretty empty. There's just going to be a dining table outside, and the rest is just up to you, whatever you want to put out there. But I left it pretty plain again, just because it's a vacation lot. And then in a second, I do remember that I forgot the Christmas tree, and it was the perfect build to put one in, especially if you're coming for Winterfest. So then I tried to I rearranged the study area and like the little study nook here, and kind of got it in the corner there. So yeah, it should be useful to your Sims. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the build, you guys. Please leave me a comment and a like, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate that, and I love seeing your guys' comments as well, so thank you so much. And yeah, I really hope you like it. You can download it on the gallery now, and I'll see you soon. Bye.